Welcome. It's another episode of I Remember That Song right here on Coffee TV 20. I'm your host, Jerry Dub. I got my friends here with me. We're going to talk about music and what it means to us today. About the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
About the 80s. Would you say hello to some folks that are talking about music from the 80s and some other things, I'm sure. Russell Gatewood is one half of the world famous. Been mixing music in the Bay Area forever. Since the Flintstones. See, the Flintstones. You did that. Tracy Anderson is a media mogul. She's your chosen mogul 7 is her email address. Come on now.
That's it right there. What?
Flashlight Media.
Flashlight Media. She got it all. Brian Nicole, looking fabulous today. The necklace is beautiful.
Yeah, look at
The
that.
fro's working. She's an actress, an activist, and just all those different things that I'm always talking about. And the 80s are in her wheelhouse. Russell.
Yeah.
One more time, I started to say Russell Gatewood again, but I would say Antoine Davis.
I look nothing like Russell.
It's the beard. The beard threw
It's
him
the
off.
beard
The
threw him
beard,
off.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right, well,
All right.
Antoine Davis from 102.9 KBLX part of the Morning
Thank you very
Dream
much.
Team.
Thank you very much.
We're all here to talk about music from the 80s. Did I mention CJ Flash?
Not at all.
You did
My
not.
musical director on the ones and twos.
Yeah.
You saved the best for last. Love the hat, bro. Love
Black
the
and yellow.
hat. Looking like a Pittsburgh Steeler.
Okay.
All right, go ahead and drop one of them songs from the 80s that we can talk about.
Girl, I think you're so
Oh.
sexy. Cold blooded. What more can I say?
Needless to say, the song is called Cold Blooded. That is Rick James.
Yes,
All right.
Yeah.
Who's got the first memory
Baseline,
of Rick
that
James?
beat had
Yeah.
you going, man.
Yeah.
Woo. Made you feel like you was just, you was sexy. You was like, to me, that made me feel sexy. I'm not gonna lie.
It is.
How old were you when the song was out?
Man, it made me feel sexy, I'm telling you.
You're probably 11.
Yeah,
You
man.
were like 11.
I'm saying it made me feel sexy.
You don't know nothing about sexy
saying,
at
stop it.
11?
He was a sexy 6-year-old. That's what he
Shame
was.
on you.
It made me feel sexy. I'm just saying. I felt cold-blooded.
Yeah, he had his low-fat milk, his
I
juice
felt-
box, his graham crackers.
I felt cold-blooded, man.
Rick James had his run. He had his run back in the 80s.
Yeah.
Was that a pimp song?
A pimp song?
Yeah.
How so?
Maybe indirectly, you know
Yeah.
what I mean?
I could see the pimps enjoying it.
Right.
Well, they
I
definitely
think I did
enjoyed
too.
That's their
it.
intro music, you know. Walking in there playing Cold Blooded. Yeah.
That bridge was one of the coldest
He
bridges.
just got
Yeah.
chose.
Yeah.
That
He
bridge,
just got choked.
that
Tight.
freeze.
Yeah.
Baby, you're too much.
What?
Yeah. That's the one.
Mary Jane girls, y'all.
Mary
Mary
Jane
Jane
girls.
girls.
Yeah, Rick had his run. I mean, he had a ton of hits on his own. He did Mary Jane Girls. He worked with Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tina
bangs.
Marie.
Yeah,
Tina
bangs.
Marie.
Tina Marie, of course. All right, did you say bangs?
Yeah, bangs.
Okay, tell me about the bangs.
I
Is
just,
that
I
real? Is that
had
a
to
wig
mention
or
the
what do you
fact that
think?
my brother had bangs.
He did have bangs with beads, right?
That wasn't really his
He had
hair.
braid bangs.
That could have been his hair.
I don't know, man. He had the
Think
little
so?
beads in him as well. I mean,
Right.
come on now. He went back Afrocentric on you. Yeah, it was real nice.
He had the preach Russian.
Yeah.
That was a thing back then. That was a
Yeah.
thing.
All right, we're going to leave Rick alone. He was great. We love you, Rick James.
Yeah,
Rest in
Rick.
peace, my brother.
Last
CJ,
time
give
he-
me another one.
Oh, okay, I was
go
going to say,
ahead.
here's the story right here.
Oh, too late. Here's one of those music trivia questions that we all know the answer to. This is a group called Change.
Yes.
Who's the lead singer?
Luther.
Not on this song.
Luther Vandross. He was in the group.
See?
He was in.
Not on this
Not
song.
on this song, he wasn't on these.
Nah, bruh.
Oh, break it down.
Oh,
break it down.
Oh,
You have a music director for a
Come on,
reason.
music
He's
director.
not the lead singer on this
Not
one?
on this song, no.
Never mind.
Now, here's something for you.
Okay.
The ad-libs were done by a guy named Zachary Sanders. Zachary Sanders was a session singer, but he also sang Electricity for Schoolhouse Rock and Verb for
Oh, yeah.
Schoolhouse
That's
Rock.
right. That's right.
That's an
That's
action
right.
word. That's what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can hear it in my head right
Okay.
now.
I have
But
no
who's
idea what you
leading
guys are
this
talking
song?
about. You know.
Who led this
But Luther
song?
was on the track. That's all I
The
know.
women of the group led the song,
Okay.
but he did all the ad-libs.
Wow.
There you go. Okay.
Wow.
What? Luther was
Mr.
in
Host.
Change. Luther was in Change.
Yes, he
Yes.
was.
It
Yes,
was a
he
big,
was.
big part of Change.
Yes.
That's a great disco kind of song. I remember being in the discos. I lived in Fresno, California, or as I like to say, I did time in Fresno.
Yeah.
If you ever been there, you know what I'm talking about.
Oh, yes. I used to
But
spend
that
my
was a
summers
big,
there.
big disco song back in the day.
Well,
What year is that?
Change was big in the house scene.
Yeah.
Change music, all their music was big, huge
Yeah.
house. Larry Levan, everybody played their stuff. Change was huge house music. Yeah.
Got time for one more, CJ, go.
We walked up the stairs to the ceiling blue. There were two girls
What?
sitting in my room. She walked up in my face, said, "This is the place." You said me.
Everybody wants that.
This is home.
That's where E40 got it from.
That's right. That's right.
You ain't slick. You ain't slick, Earl. You ain't slick.
Heartbreak Hotel from the Jacksons, not the Jackson 5. They went to
Yes.
CBS on Epic label.
Yes.
This is the reason why I wore the shirt today. This is the reason why.
I love
You know.
Jay.
Yeah, MJ,
Nice.
man.
Yeah, we went to Vegas to see the one.
The one, yeah. the Michael-
Great
That's
show.
nice.
You guys ever go to Vegas, go see it. It's a great show. The
Yeah.
music, unbelievable.
Best entertainer of all time. And I know people say, well, James Brown was a great entertainer. I know, but I think Michael took it to another level
yes.
when it comes to things. And, you know, it was just, he just elevated what James Brown had brought to the table.
Yeah.
So to
Definitely.
me, he's the greatest of all time.
He is. I'll say so.
Yeah, if you haven't seen This Is It, you got to see This Is It. You watch him
Yes.
work behind the scenes and how hard people work. And we just kind of assume we go to the show, they play the music, they dance. No, they're rehearsing.
That song,
And the
they
live
have
version.
the best intro and outro.
Yeah.
It has you from the, you know. Whoa,
They had
what
to
is
change
this?
the name
What
of
is
it.
this?
They had to change the name of it
Yeah.
because Heartbreak Hotel was
They had to
Elvis
change the
Presley,
This Place
Right.
Hotel.
who was a hero to most,
that's
but he
right.
never meant much to us. But they had to change the name of the song because of that.
Now, was it had to, or Michael made the choice to?
Michael made a choice when he married Lisa Marie.
Oh, is that right?
This place hotel.
I did not know that.
Interesting.
That's interesting.
We still call it heartbreak.
That's
Right,
Heartbreak
I-
Hotel to me.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's Heartbreak
that makes
Hotel.
sense.
I guess that's what makes it hard to find on the internet. Calling it
Yep.
the wrong name.
All right, we love that. Okay, we're gonna be right back with more music like this on I Remember That Song right here on Coffee TV 20.
The strings, the whole mic.
Yeah, it's great. Reminds you of Halloween.
Baby, you see, I cannot set you free. My lonely days are gone. That's why I'm never gonna let you go. Never gonna let you go. Babe, I'm never gonna let you go. No, no, never gonna let you go.
Here you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Never gonna let you go. Never gonna let
Welcome back. As I Remember That Song on Coffee TV 20. We're talking about music from the 80s. CJ Flash, give me another one.
Come on.
Yeah.
Love Sherelle.
Sherelle.
That's a great song.
Yeah.
Jam and Lewis.
Tracy, talk about Sherelle. Talk to me about Sherelle.
Well, first of all,
Your
you
hair
know,
is
that
whipped
was like.
today, by the way.
Am I
Yes.
It's
slacks
whipped.
pulled
Yes.
together?
I'm just looking at you.
Yes.
You
Took
know.
them rollers out, girl. You're looking nice, all right?
Yeah. Okay, but back to the song.
Sherelle, I mean, well, number one, the extended version of that song.
Yeah.
Who remembers that? I mean,
Yes.
and that just reminds me of like KSOL back in the day. I was just a little kid, and I would just, see Taboo on the label. Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis, that's some of their earliest work. I'm a major fan of Jam and Lewis, so that was awesome. And she was really a good vocalist.
She was.
Yeah.
Her and Alexander O'Neal, I mean, she's had
Alexander
hits.
O'Neal,
They were a good
Yeah.
duo.
Mm-hmm.
They sung together. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They were like the Tammy Terrell and Marvin of that era. For a second. You know
That's
what
a
I
good,
mean?
that's a good way to put it.
Yeah.
That's a good way
And
to
one of
put
the
it.
first blondes before Beyonce, right? She had blonde hair.
Had a little crush on Sherelle back in the day.
Oh,
You did?
The cutie pie.
Where's Terry at?
Gone.
looks good.
That's why I said it.
Nah, Sherelle was hot back in
Yes.
the day.
She can still sing.
Yeah.
I saw her at Yoshi's once. She had broken her foot or something like that. Still did the show with a
Oh,
cast
that's
on.
right.
Sat down for
broke her
something,
foot,
got up
not
and
broke
danced
it.
on the other foot.
That's
a pro.
entertaining.
That's entertainment. Show must go on. The
Yeah.
song must go on. Give me one more, CJ.
Now, we had songs from the family reunion last
Yeah.
time, right? This reminds me of family.
Heartbreaker from Zap.
Anything from Zap and Roger.
Yeah.
Family reunion.
Family reunion.
Just reminds me of popping and locking. I
Yeah.
actually saw a video on Instagram of CJ Flash back in the day.
Was
They
he
were
popping?
hooking up the whole
Really?
pop locking and pop
Yep.
thing where they like, look at him.
What? Get it, CJ.
Right.
Check it out on Netflix.
Yeah,
right.
That's right. I mean, if you were a pop
Evolution
locker,
of hip-hop.
or you was like, you know, a dancer back in the day, Zap was it for you, man, because of the beats and the breaks. It was just that's what you wanted to do.
Funky.
Funky. That's
Yeah,
what
we
you
got to
wanted
do a
to
show on funk. We're going to do
Yeah.
one on funk.
Yeah,
I remember
That
where
was
I
Soul
was.
Train.
I
Where were
remember
you?
where I was when I heard he died. That was one of those moments because I was a huge. When I first heard Grapevine,
Yeah.
man, I played that thing from beginning to end. I love that song. I still play it. Still play it.
For Bruno Mars got some of his stuff from, man, that funkiness, that, you know, that beat that make you want to dance and make you want to pop. So all those beats, you got that from
A lot of
Zap.
funky stuff out of Ohio, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of funky stuff.
Absolutely.
That turtleneck's from Ohio.
Is it funky?
Heartbreaker.
I'm sorry.
Tracy.
Oh,
I didn't mean to
man.
set you up.
I take back what I said about your hair.
Oh.
CJ, go for it. Play another song, CJ. Prince saves the day.
Let's work.
People didn't understand my man at the beginning, though, did they?
No,
In diapers and
Yeah.
no. Let me tell you right now, I did
what I
not.
like.
Yeah.
No. We went to a friend's house. Went to this brother. I'm not gonna name his name. We went to his house, and he had a Prince poster on the wall in the panties. And
that's a conversation that needs to be had.
Like, I don't get it. Right.
yeah, you gotta like his music. I said I might like it, but that don't belong on me.
Like, I'm not putting that on my
like
wall.
hear
that.
it.
But I will tell you this: I am a huge fan. Huge.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Early Prince, though, I hate to say it, I mean, early Prince was that made me fall in love with Prince. Some of the DMSR and Let's Work and Controversy and all that. I mean, 80's Prince was cool as well from the 1999s and all that other good stuff. But when he got into the later years of things, I'm like, I mean, it's
Nah,
cool.
some of that stuff was lit. Diamonds and Pearls.
He started releasing albums every 2 months. I'm like, oh no, man.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
He did. Yeah.
He went
But
out
One of the
Yeah.
dominant figures of the 80s, along with Michael,
Absolutely.
Right.
Madonna, Sade.
Yeah, Sade.
A great music. All the
He
MTV
said
generation.
How do you
Sade.
say that one?
He said Sade.
C-A-R.
He did. Sade.
So we call it Sadie? Is that what you're going to say?
Yeah, Sadie.
All right.
In
We're
Fresno,
gonna have
they
to go
call
to
her
a break.
Sadie.
You say that one more time.
I wasn't in Fresno when she came out. I was never mind. Sade. How do you say it?
Sade.
Sade?
Sade Adu.
Sade, dude.
She has a
She
new
knows
song. She has a new
I'm
song.
He
out.
does have a new song.
Yeah, she did.
Really?
Yeah, it's on the Widow soundtrack.
Came out last year though, right?
No,
It came out earlier. Oh, I thought she came out.
She did
Was that earlier? Oh, that was earlier this year. Yeah, yeah.
We'll
that
talk
was the song
about
that
that
was
after
on
the show.
Ava's soundtrack.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
This is on the
find out.
Widow soundtrack.
All right.
All right, so while we go looking for that one on Google,
But Google
enjoyed it.
Sade, not Sade.
Yeah.
you enjoy this message. If I remember that song on Coffee TV 20.
Who's that girl from London? You know, Sadie.
Don't move. Up next is DJ's Choice from the almighty CJ Flash.
Your girls have been with you through every moment of your life. They were with you when you felt unbreakable, and with you when you had your heart broken. They were with you when you shared your love with the world, and with you when she became your world. They're still with you right now. But how well do you know them?
This is what high blood pressure looks like. Talk with your doctor to create a plan that works for you. Go to loweryourhbp.org.
If I would have followed a treatment plan, I would not be in this situation.
Yes, I remember that song, and this is the part in the show where I look to my left and say, Antoine, go.
Yes. All right. We are going to highlight unsung songs of the 80s. We're gonna have a man, DJ Flash, get it up for us.
Your style, you truly are. You're an overnight sensation. You got the ball, you got my
come up with another one.
And I want to snack you. Stuck in that salty. And I want to snack you.
All right, one more.
Different shapes and sizes. Hide the horizon.
Okay, so you guys reacted to all three of those.
Yeah.
I was just bobbing my head like I knew I was doing. I just wanted to go with the group. So
Jerry Knight.
that's DJ's choice.
Knight.
Okay.
All right.
See, it's DJ's choice, so I'm all into it.
Well, you're all
Okay.
into it. I'm like, okay.
Jerry Knight, overnight sensation. Wow.
Yeah, I remember.
You digging in the crates,
Yeah, he's
bruh.
in the crates.
Yes.
So he went
Yes.
deep on us, man.
And then on the back end with Clouds. Oh, come on.
That's
Where were you at?
saying.
What were you doing when all this stuff came out? What was your hairstyle like when this came out?
We got to go there.
We have to go there. Yeah.
For real?
What hairstyle were you rocking back
I was
then?
texturized back then. Yes.
Cautionary
With a
tale.
Louisville part right here.
Okay.
Now all I got left is the part. The part is spread out.
Expanded.
And I think we talked about this a few weeks ago. I will bring it back. I had a California curl.
Cali curl.
Just little tiny curls like that. And it was going into a shag. There's a lot of hair, a lot of greasy hair. It was not good for me.
What was it about this music that made everybody just want to get up and dance? It made everybody happy. What was it about the music?
It was danceable.
Yeah, I would say bass line, danceable funk
Yeah.
music.
And you have three songs from the same era that all sound completely different,
Right.
Yep.
which is not what's happening now.
But what was cool about that too, though, is that there is a commonality between them, in that there's musicality in there,
Wait a
there's
minute.
instruments,
Commonality.
commonality,
That's 5 syllables.
musicality.
5 syllables.
I
She's
scored
a
pretty
lyricist.
high. I scored pretty high on my SAT.
Yeah.
Commonality.
But there's just like a common thread in all of those songs, in that there's just really rich musical instruments in it. You've got all the voices, every vocal level in there. I mean, they made an effort to make great music and bring the whole thing together.
Slave was a band.
Oh, yeah.
Slave was a band.
Slave was bad.
And Steve Arrington, to me, Steve Arrington got down for all the brothers who couldn't sing. Well, we could go right along with him, note for note.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You know, another group was like that was the War. I always thought War just didn't
Yeah.
sing. There was just a bunch of guys in there just.
It's a jam session.
But they were
Big
jamming.
jam
They were
Do that one more
jamming.
They
time.
were slipping in the dark. You know that. You know what I'm
Jerry.
saying. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying.
Jerry.
Is that a turtleneck thing again? Is that a turtleneck?
Turtlenecks, a little
Militant warrior.
CJ, please. Every episode I have to say, CJ, save me. Please, go ahead.
Oh man.
Oh, Lil Duval.
Midnight Star, Tracy. What you remember about Midnight Star?
Oh man, again, I just default back to KSOL, Saturday morning, right before Soul Train came on. You turn that on and, you cleaning up the house, but it was good music. Large band.
Yeah.
That was like an era where you had really large bands. I don't know how they made any money. If they weren't writing and producing the songs and getting the publishing, I don't know how they made the money, but they made really good music.
Great music.
Memorable music.
It was all the music you heard when your family would get together and have that big old party, or those
yeah.
cookouts, or at the parks they used to go to, and all these songs would come on. And you know he's gonna have a good time.
Oh,
Skating
yeah.
rings.
Skating
Okay,
rings.
so you know
Midnight
he's gonna have
Star
a good
ran the
time.
clubs.
Yeah.
They had their music was
The parking on
all
the dance floor.
electricity. They ran the clubs. Yeah.
They had ballads and they had up tempo.
Yeah, that's
That
the
was
good thing
rare.
about that. Like both their either with ballads or the up-tempo songs.
Yeah.
They were good.
Right.
They weren't known for
Slow
just
Jam?
one
Slow
thing.
Jam
Yeah,
was
slow
their
down.
band.
Usher redid that one, right?
Yeah, sure did.
Yeah. I love Midnight Star too. CJ, you got to top yourself with that one. Now I happen to know that Loose Ends is one of Russell Gatewood's favorite groups.
Yeah.
That skating
I've
ring's
seen
to me
him at
right there as
shows
well.
many
Yes, it
times
is.
in the front row like this,
Yep.
watching Loose Ends.
CJ McIntosh. Whew, man, I love that group. They were solid.
What
Jamie,
happened
Eugene.
to Loose Ends?
They got looser.
That's what happened.
Ends just fill out, split ends. That's the name of the group now, split ends.
You know, it always amazes me. Like these groups, man, they're doing so good. They're so successful, making great music, and then you don't hear from them anymore. It's a wrap.
Well, there's still there's an iteration. Jane Eugene has an iteration of the group that's touring. They're still doing their thing. I think the last time she was out in the States, I think CJ did do a couple of dates. Not this CJ McIntosh.
Right.
But man, they were the group.
What made them the group for you? Like why?
Because they were from Great Britain. We hadn't heard anybody like doing our stuff from there and then coming back and doing better than we were doing it.
Right.
I mean, they were just killing it. The harmonies and the ad-libs.
Yeah. They were good. I love them.
There's some groups like the Brand New Heavies.
Yep.
The Brand New Heavies, same kind
Soul
of
to Soul.
Yeah, Soul to Soul.
Yeah.
The Brand New Heavies is a little different because India was American. So it's a little different, but it's kind of fit that thing.
Yeah.
That, like Family Stand, Loose Ends, Brand New Heavies, as you said. Right
They
there
made
in
their
the middle
contribution, I can tell you that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We got time for one more, CJ? If we make it quick.
There'll be nothing that we can get through. I love you, baby, in the scary
From the roots of Solar.
What year was this? 1980. What?
I don't know.
It's 86.
1986.
Yeah.
Babyface.
Babyface.
The Deal?
Man.
Was that the Deal?
Dominated.
That was Babyface.
That was
his first.
yeah,
That was his debut.
Babyface was either singing or writing something in
He
the
wrote
80s.
the
Yeah.
entire 80s,
Yes.
90s,
Yeah.
like everything.
Oh my God.
He wrote it.
And he made it bad.
Incredible
for all of us.
melodies.
Everybody.
Like
That
that.
damn Whip Appeal song.
Oh, yeah.
Man, he put
Or
a dent
even-
in my
even-
bank account.
Even worse than that one was it, I'll pay your rent
You trying to pay
The
rent?
Tender
as
Lover.
soon as I get
album.
home.
Yeah.
Tender Lover.
Yes.
Oh, man.
Great guy, too.
Brothers
Classic.
hated Babyface.
Yeah.
We sit in the show like this,
I'm not paying rent.
bruh.
I'm not going to watch
Slow
it.
song, come on, at the end of the night. You ain't asking nobody to dance on
Babyface.
this
I don't
song.
like no damn Babyface.
You
Why we
ain't
gotta
got
go
no
see
bad
Babyface?
hub, right?
Very quiet guy, but when he hits the stage, he goes off on stage.
Yeah,
He's not really quiet in person. He's a lot of fun in person. He's not
He's straight to the point. I'm not gonna lie. I love Babyface, but it's the hardest interview I've ever done.
really.
Like trying to interview Babyface. Yeah, man.
He's quiet.
He's quiet.
Did he
Now
come
you
from
be
Gary,
quiet.
Indiana?
No, wait, you guys be quiet because we have to go to another break. I remember that song on Coffee TV 20. Now talk to me. Now you go ahead and talk. Go ahead. You go ahead.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
What if you could invest in the future of kids, like a stock? Not the kind of stock that's about making money, but a stock for social change. A whole new kind of investment called Better Futures. When you invest, it helps kids go to college. Believe in us, invest in us, watch us grow.
My name is Sydney, and I'm your dividend.
We're back. One more segment of I Remember That Song. We're talking about songs from the 80s. I will waste no more time. I will point this way and say, CJ, play another.
Look at all these rumors
Yeah.
surrounding me every day. I just need some time, some time to get away from
Okay, all right.
Bay Area.
Exactly.
Yes.
One of the biggest hits of the
Yes.
80s.
Yes.
Rumors, Timex Social Club, and everybody got stories about these guys.
That dude is responsible for this record.
Come
Well,
on.
I'm not really
Break it.
responsible
Come on,
for the
CJ.
record.
Yes.
I had my hand in the album, not so much this particular single. They created this single in 1983.
Okay.
And then it caught the wind of Jay King. He heard it.
Out of Sacramento.
Yeah, he heard the record. The record had been played on Calex 2 years before they even pressed the record up.
Wow.
When it was a 4-track tape.
Wow.
And so Natty Prep from Calex used to play it every Sunday morning, so the Bay Area got used to hearing this record.
Yes.
And then when the record dropped, just blew up.
I'm gonna tell you an Atwater story. You guys, there's a famous DJ named Russell Parr. He's on the East Coast. I don't know if you guys know
Russ Parr.
Went to Atwater High School with him.
Bobby Jimmy.
He did the song, Look at All These Roaches.
Roaches.
That's right. That's right.
From Atwater, baby.
Sure did.
Bobby
What's
Jimmy
up,
and
Russ
the
Parr?
Critters.
On
How
the
come you
back.
don't return my calls anymore, Russ? What's up?
From Atwater.
He's in DC
I
now.
roll roaches.
Right.
CJ, we gotta squeeze one more in. One more. One more.
Oh, okay.
Bobby Jimmy and the Critters.
80s, baby.
I thought you guys were gonna do your little
That's a Running Man song.
get that.
Yeah,
Get
it's a
that.
Running
Get
Man
that.
song.
All right. Johnny Kemp just got paid.
Rest in peace,
Rest
Johnny
in
Kemp.
peace. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Did y'all know Johnny Kemp sang with Change?
No, really?
I wanted to know what was
Wow.
going on with. I don't know if they were braids. I don't know what they were in his head. I don't. What was that? What was this? I don't know
Micro
the style.
mini locks.
Yeah.
Was it locks?
It was,
I don't know. Love you, Johnny Kemp. I'm just saying, brother. You got me
I
confused.
think Johnny Kemp and Terrence Trent D'Arby had the same hairstylist.
Kind of so.
Different dye job, but
Yeah.
the same.
Yeah.
Different dye job.
Now I talked about an interview I heard with Teddy Riley. He said that song was actually for Keith Sweat.
Wow, that
I can
sounds
see
right.
that.
Keith decided he didn't want to do it, and then Johnny did it, and it became some little problem because it's such a big hit.
Right.
I think Keith wanted it back, but it was too late.
He had enough hits.
CJ says what?
What's interesting is Teddy told me
Oh.
to my face
Okay.
Oh,
that song was written for Michael Marshall and the Timex Social Club
Word.
first.
Wow.
First.
oh.
Okay.
And then Keith Sweat turned it down, and
Okay.
then Johnny Kemp.
Well, I guess I heard this happened.
No.
Good.
It's all right, Susan.
Just keep one up in you, man.
My man, let me tell you something.
There you had it.
I ask this question all the time, like the best decade when it comes to music, was it the
70s.
70s, 80s, or
70s.
90s? Everybody always says it's the 80s because they had the best music. Because
Yeah.
that's what
We
people
had the
like. I
whole
put it.
range.
We had the
Yeah,
whole
just-
All right.
range.
Hold that thought, because we got to wrap. We're gonna have to.
Okay,
We
okay.
can't bring up questions like that at the end of the show, right?
You have to. That's
that was
the
deep.
cliffhanger. Who had the best? What
All
was
right.
the best decade?
You're still talking. You're still
70s,
talking.
80s, or 90s?
I want to thank my guest today, Mr. Russell Gatewood from the world famous Tracy Anderson, CJ Flash, Ryan Nicole, Antoine Davis. I'm Jerry Dub. We'll see you next time on I Remember That Song. Now you go ahead and talk.
I Remember That Song is sponsored by Wingstop Daly City, located at the Westlake Shopping Center. Lifelong medical care in your community, providing compassionate health care. United Players. It takes the hood to save the hood. If you'd like to advertise with us, contact us at info@irtsshow.com.